Hey guys, Extrasify here. Welcome back to another gold making video. Now real quickly, in my last video, my tier list video for transmog farms based on expansion, someone left a really great comment and I'll give a shout out when I'm editing this video, but big thank you to this comment for reminding me of this gold farm in particular. Now the gold farm I'm talking about is the Isle of Thunder open world for transmog. If you don't know, the Isle of Thunder has a ton of unique green transmog sets, both weapons and armor, that can fetch a lot of gold. Now, if you're wondering how to get to the Isle of Thunder, basically you want to obviously come to Pandaria and come to the Shadowpan garrison in the Townlong Steppes all the way over to the west side. Now, if you've done the intro quest, you'll have this portal to the Isle of Thunder here, but obviously if you have not yet done that, you basically want to come talk to this NPC here, Varisa Windrunner, and she will give you the intro quest for the Isle of Thunder. Basically, you'll fly over with her there, and then you'll like board a ship, and it's like 1 or 2 quests, and then boom, you're at the Isle of Thunder. And then once you come back to this area, the portal will always be open for you to just portal on over. Since you are not allowed to fly over to the Isle of Thunder, there's like basically a wall that will block you. Now, I believe it's the same intro quest and the same procedure for Alliance and Horde. Let me know in the comments if it is or is not, but I do believe it is the same thing for both factions. Once you've taken the portal, you'll be on the ship, then just click this little teleport orb, and you're all good to head on over to the farming spot. And this general spot on the map is where we'll be headed over to start the farm. So I farmed 1 hour of this spot, open world. Now I did this solo. You can obviously do this as a 5-man group, as this is an open world farm, and you can get way better results than even I did. But I'll just say after 1 hour's worth, and as you can see from the title, I mean, this was absolutely amazing results from just an hour solo farming. So let me show you guys how to do the farm. So when farming this spot, it's pretty simple. You're basically going around to like a big loop. There's always going to be mobs up. They are pretty fast respawn. You shouldn't really have a problem with killing the mobs and not having any up at any time. Just keep running around and you'll run into more mobs. Now the loot we're looking for is any Isle of Thunder specific drops. I highly recommend the add-on All the Things, because on the tooltip setting for it, if you hover over green, it will say Zone Isle of Thunder drop instead of like Mista Pandaria drop, and that will tell you that this is a way more unique item and more than likely will be worth a good amount of gold. There aren't many Isle of Thunder specific green drops that aren't worth a lot of gold, to be honest. They all are pretty much worth a lot of gold, and I believe that's mainly just because no one really farms Isle of Thunder. You know, no one's really attacking mobs on Isle of Thunder. The only way to get these green items is from the world drops here, so even if they are coming to do the raid that's on this island, you can't get those in the raid, so there's really no one killing these mobs that are just out here on the island. Alright, so first of all, you have a chance to get the Motes of Harmony from all these mobs, and those alone are very nice because you can combine 10 of them into a Spirit of Harmony, of course. But from an hour solo, we got 103 of those for about 566 gold. And then Windwool Cloth, nothing crazy here, but about a little over 100 gold for those. Now, all of the greens I've kept here are Isle of Thunder only drops. None of these are like expensive Mista Pandaria regular drops. These are all drops solely from the Isle of Thunder itself. Let's quickly go over the items that I have here. So we have a Chiseled Fangs of the Quick Blade. This is about 3,500 gold on my round. We have the Corroded Hacker for about almost 2,000. We have the Discarded Strike Blade for almost 5,000 gold. And again, all these transmogs, a lot of them are unique appearance or share only 1 or 2 other appearances, and in my opinion, a lot of these look really cool. We have this amazing looking Hexcaster Gavel for almost 8,000 gold. I mean, just look at how awesome that looks in particular. I really like that one, along with this amazing polearm here. We have the Ritual Head Cleaver Halberd for over 30,000 gold just for this item here, and it has a pretty good sale rate for it being an expensive transmog. And we have the Sarjaw dagger for almost 1,000, but it has a region value of almost 10,000 gold. So the weapons are the main draw here and a lot of the value from there, but there are some good armor sets as well. Let's quickly go over those. So I won't go every armor piece by piece, but as you can see, a lot of these values and a lot of these sets are really, really nice. A couple in particular would be like this set here, the Brittle Flame Reaver set. It's kind of like a shaman looking set. It's really nice and goes for a good value. So as you can see, we got a few of those nice pieces there. The shoulders are also really nice at over 10,000 gold. And we also got the boots for a few thousand there. But another really nice one is this, the cloth set. It's not too expensive on my robe, but the robe itself does look really, really nice. On top of that, we got a couple of these nice plate pieces here for these bracers. Really expensive for some reason. Obviously don't think those are going to sell super quick because they are bracers, and bracers are slow selling for transmog. But then towards the end here, the Primordial Blood-Soaked set is really expensive set. That's probably the #1 set to go for in terms of the Isle of Thunder transmog gear sets. We actually got 2 of these shoulders, and I mean, you can see why they're expensive. They look super cool for plate, and the shoulders alone are 16,500 and 25,000 region-wide value. I got 2 of those, like I said. And then along with that set, we also got the bracers. Unfortunately, it's the bracers, but we got those 10,000 value. And we got the leggings, which actually look really cool for very high price on my room, 17,700, but region-wide about 9 to 10k there. And lastly, this set is very expensive. Unfortunately, we only got 1 piece from this set here, the Time-Worn Shadowtooth set. That's why the sale rates are often way lower than the region market and the min buyout and all those values, but even the sale rate being 9,000 for this item is very, very nice to see. So overall, in an hour of farming this solo, we got a nice amount of items. Obviously, if you have a few friends, you want to come over and farm this as a group, you will get way more items and way more gear sets. Obviously, there are more sets I did not farm and did not acquire as I was only here an hour, but I'm sure you can get more items. So guys, like we do with our episodes of 50 runs or any sort of gold farming, testing out an hour's worth, I'm going to hover over my bag appraiser add-on so we can look at the market value of all the looted item value from an hour's farm in Isle of Thunder. So guys, we have just over 200,000 gold from 1 hour farming solo in an open world farm. That's absolutely insane. Wow. So a couple of these are the weapons. We have like the Time-Worn Shadowtooth Curious. So this guy right here, valued over 20,000 gold, is the #1 spot. And then we have a couple of the Blood-Soaked Pauldrons coming up second. Then we have the awesome looking Halberd Polearm. And lastly, the bracers going for over 20,000 market value, although the current min buyout is only 10,000. But overall, super, super happy with the results from this farm. I will definitely be doing more of this farm in the future, as I was really not expecting this good of value. Now, on top of all the items that I kept here, I obviously got a lot of the regular Pandaria Green transmog pieces to drop. I ended up really not keeping them because, you know, they really weren't worth much. The average Mista Pandaria Green is worth like 20 gold. You know, I kept a couple that I just mailed to my bank alt that were worth like 500 gold, a couple like staffs and stuff, but nothing crazy. I mean, I vendored pretty much all of it. You can disenchant it if you want, but I just couldn't be bothered because pretty much my whole inventory was full with greens and gray items. One more quick thing to note, not really gold making related, but make sure to check for the world boss Nalak, who is right next to this farm, and get yourself a chance for the awesome mount. He has a chance to drop this mount, and while it is a very small chance, it doesn't hurt to go ahead and give it a try. Even if you don't get the mount, you have a chance for rare Mista Pandaria World Drop BOE Blues, so it never hurts to give him a shot and check if he's up. Whenever he spawns, you'll hear like a little dialogue saying like, "I am born of thunder," and then you can just run on over real quick and check if he's up. One more quick tip I will recommend for this farm: if you do happen to have any competition, you can always enter war mode. Basically just go to your capital city, go into your talents and click this button. It will phase you onto another layer of wherever you are, so that may help in terms of getting rid of any potential competition. But just do note that if you do enlist in war mode, you are enabled for PvP, so if there is someone there, you might have to duel them for the spot. Alright guys, that's all I've got for you in today's gold making video. Thank you all for the support as always. Make sure to check out my other gold making videos if you enjoy my content and want to see more gold making tips and tricks. And with that being said, thanks again, good luck with your auction house sales, and I'll see you guys in the next gold making video.